What's going on, everybody? As you all know, my name is Francisco. I run the Frankly Francisco podcast. And the gentleman on the other side of me is Honasty Blade. He is a hip hop artist from Cleveland, Ohio. Today is not about a podcast. This is exclusive YouTube content for both pages. So go follow him at his and follow me at mine. Today, we are going to the reaction video to Verzuz yesterday, which ended up being an absolute slaughter. One-sided. You can't mix your words about what happened yesterday. So Honestly, tell me what you thought about yesterday's Verzuz.
Body bag. Hey man, I can't get down my timeline without seeing it. Like everybody got memes. Jadakiss, you seen the meme with Jadakiss facing the Cameron body?
Yeah.
They had like I think that was what album was that? Purple Haze.
And then there was a meme too of him getting a Medal of Honor from the president.
Yeah. They killing it, man. That shit is hilarious. That was a body bag, man. Like that was mismatched, man. I don't see how, like, I understand Dipset is legendary in their own right, but it's a different caliber.
So I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at first when I started seeing it. First of all, they took too long to get to the stage. A bunch of people had to go to bed, get ready to go to sleep because they had to work the next day. Even Swiss, if you see Swiss Beats tweets, even Swiss was like, "Come on, man, we gotta get this going." You know what I mean? People gotta go to bed.
Yeah. Everybody was saying that shit on Twitter, Instagram. I'm looking at YouTube,
and I didn't like the sound.
Like, come on.
For some reason, man, at first I didn't like the sound. It just seems like the mics wasn't loud enough, or they just didn't have the rigging correctly, because it seemed like they were screaming over the crowd. And you couldn't hear anything at first. You know what I mean?
Okay. See, like when I was playing it over here, I thought it was a little quiet, but I ain't noticed if they was overperforming it or if they had to overproject.
Yeah, because the sound, man, it's just like you could hear Jada was his voice was carrying, like he put full throttle in there. But it seemed like Dipset, what they were doing, it's like they were just trying to lip sync to the songs they had.
Oh, let's talk about it. Yeah, Jada caught their ass out. I was like, yes, get their ass, man, because that's a no-no. That's a no-no, man. You do not perform over the fucking official track.
Yeah, and it seems like they were forgetting their own words to the songs. Like they were pausing while they were trying to rap, which was insane to me.
Yep. They was not coordinated, man. And everyone was talking about it. I'm watching videos. People like, yo, y'all sound like y'all ain't rapped together in years. Y'all sound like y'all ain't practiced. I'm like, yep. You seen when they did I'm Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was like they the only part they really had in unison was the chorus, and then after that, I was like, no. Meanwhile, Jada whooping that ass.
Yeah, but it seemed to me like Jada was like, I don't know, man. It seems like he took over the spotlight. You know what I mean? He basically ran with it. And this cat doesn't get enough credit. He's not a lot of people's top 10 or even top 5. This man, you need to put respect on his name, man. He's one of the best to do it. Like,
I'm saying, who don't?
Like
how old are they?
He was like verbally just disrespecting these dudes. Like it wasn't even
right.
And I'm an old head. Like I'm gonna be 42, dude. I lived on 90s hip hop. That was my thing. And when the locks came out, they were ready, man. You could tell they weren't drunk. They sober as hell. These cats looking like these cats are still looking young as hell, like when they first came out. Dipset, on the other hand, coming in there like they're going, it's the winter. Like they're coming in there with coats, 3 times sweating. Like they've been smoking weed and drinking in the back, and they just seemed like they thought it was just gonna be fun. They didn't think that Jada was gonna come for their necks. You know what I mean?
Right. Them MCs. That's the difference. Now you can say Joel's is somewhat of an MC, but again, like that caliber, man. Like how did you not? I don't know, man. I mean, I know Verzuz is a celebration, but like these is real MCs. You can't do that with them, man.
But with Jada, man, what surprised me is, man, this dude, like, he remembered every single lyric he's ever done from every song he's had.
Right.
Flawlessly.
Right. Yeah, because that's regular shit. They already on their craft, Styles and Kiss, they not playing. Cheek don't play. You know.
But you can tell that Jada and the rest of the Lock Styles P, they still perform together, man. They still go out and they actually do shows together. They were in unison, man. And Dipset was not. Dipset was not at all.
Nope.
I don't. You know who looked like he was the most disinterested to be there was Cameron. Like
Cam, yeah. He had a couple moments.
Yeah, he did.
I like when he now what's the name of that track, that song Come Home With Me? That one that I think Beans is on it.
I can't remember.
What the fuck? You know that song though, right?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I just can't remember the song, man.
He had it lit for that moment, you know, but they can't fuck with them, man. That's too much legendary material. You like the Locks is too legendary. You can't really beat them.
But a lot of people don't put respect on the Locks name though, man. They really don't. Like, because you know Jada left to do his own thing and Jada blew up, you know what I mean? But he never forgot where he's from and where he started from. So him and them dudes, they still do shows together, they still travel together. They of course they do their side stuff, but you can tell they're in unison. They were sober, they were ready to go, man.
Right, it was for real.
And then you see did you see him do push-ups after the show? He literally he went up and went onto one of the bars up there and started doing these push-ups right after the show. That's how pumped he was. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
I ain't see that, man. And then, you know, Styles is about his health. You know, they got the juice bar going. Him and his wife, they got plant-based pharmacy. So, you know, everybody's serious, man. Like they still stepping. Like they just put out a project last year. It had the joint with DMX, rest in peace. You know, it was about shit. They had a video. So the boys are still active. Dipset, you know, that seemed like that was for the check. They just came and got together on some shit. Oh, we got a check coming.
But you know what I love though? If you see the Locks, they wasn't flashing. They didn't have no jewelry on like that.
They ain't need it.
But if you look at Dipset, they come out all, you know, flash style, you know, rocking all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So you can tell whose mindset was where compared to the other mindset was at. You know what I mean? They was all flash. Dipset was all flash and dash, and they got smoked for it. They didn't come.
They got smoked.
They got smoked for it. They didn't come, you know, they didn't come to rhyme. They just, like you said, they just came for a check. They just came to get seen. I think Cameron was getting kind of aggravated after a little while though, because it seemed like he was trying after a little while. At first, he was kind of lax, and then he tried to bring that energy later on, but it was, man, off the first
too late.
Off the first song, it was over. The first song that came out was a rip.
It was over, bro.
It was a rip. The first song.
Listen, bro, there was so many ways that this battle was destined to go this way, right? Because everything that they did applied. Like every lyric that Jada said and Styles too, it always applied, and at the right moments of the battle. Like you mentioned them coming out there with jewelry and everything, and Locks didn't have none on. Why did Jada do a fucking freestyle, dog? Not even a chart-topping song. He did a freestyle to Who Shot Ya? I love this fucking freestyle. I didn't think he was gonna do it. This nigga says, he said, MTV, y'all know I'll punish the list. Them niggas' jewelry is fake and ain't none of them rich. Why that everything they was saying was hitting Dipset like a real battle, but it's a catalog battle. And then Cam, I think, said it. He was like, or Jimmy, I think, he was like, man, y'all niggas the only reason y'all doing all them freestyles because y'all niggas ain't got no hits. Man, they cracked them niggas' heads. They cracked them niggas' heads with freestyles, with catalogs.
But I tell everybody all the time, though, Dipset was more about party music, man. If you listen to a lot of their stuff, man, that's all party songs, bro. They had some stuff. They had some stuff that went hard, but a lot of their stuff was just party rap, bro.
You feel me? I don't think it aged well. I don't think it really aged
not
well.
At all. I don't think it aged well either.
Hearing it next to that shit, man, he was killing them, man. And then Jewels walked right into it. He said, y'all niggas rap for the fellas all day. Y'all ain't got no songs for the ladies. Man, why this nigga smack his head with Mary J. Blige with the Jenny Lopez shit? Jenny from the, come on. And then they played Chic shit. That was a single that I don't even know if he really promoted, but I remembered that shit. And I remember what album it was on and everything. Man, they cracked them niggas' heads. Then they put on Ride or Die Chick. I'm like, y'all silly for this.
They just couldn't come back, man. They couldn't come back from that. They tried to pull a rabbit out of their hat, but it wasn't. Like I said, from the minute they started, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
It was a wrap from round one, bro.
Round one is a wrap from the minute it started. I think it was a shame though, because I was expecting a little bit more from Dipset. Like I thought they would come out a little bit more aggressive. But you can tell stronger. When they came on stage, man, like you had a whole crew on stage. You know what I mean? Like, no, if you notice, the Locks came on stage, and then when Dipset came on, they had like 50 people with them. And Locks was like, man, get everybody off the damn stage, man, so we can get this thing started. Like, what y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, I was confused as to why there was so many people on stage that needed to be on stage. Dipset didn't have that many people in their clique. Like, so why you guys lacking? You coming in here lacking already, and you haven't even started the battle. I think the battle was lost the minute Locks came on the stage, man. It was like, let's clear everybody out. The other dudes wasn't ready. They thought it was going to be a joke. They thought it was just going to be having fun. Locks wasn't about that. They were about their business and, you know, proving a point that they're one of the top artists still to this day that represents New York City. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Dip was compensating, man. It was trying to overcompensate because it just wasn't equipped. You know, and I believe even if they would have practiced, I mean, still, the material is the material.
Right.
You know, the catalog is the catalog. Like, it's just two different calibers. You know, right, Fabulous wasn't even enough. Like,
but my thing is, even if they would have came out with at least half the energy, it probably would have been closer than it was. They didn't come out with, oh, yeah, man, because the crowd feeds off what you bring them.
Yeah.
So
but like what happened when they dropped that Dipset anthem? Like that was supposed to be the one to shake it.
Right, but they took too long to get it there though.
It took too long.
They took too long to get it there. They didn't come. If they would have came with the energy first and foremost early, and you would have seen them hyped up and ready to go, man, they didn't come with that. So you can't later on and try to dig yourself out of a hole that you're already in.
Yeah.
You already lost. The crowd is lost already. The crowd was feeding off the energy of, you know what I'm saying, the Jada, and it was a wrap from that point.
It was a wrap. Because when did they play that? Like round 3, I think?
Something like that, yeah. But they should have came with their
late.
They should have came with some of their harder stuff early to set the tone. You know what I mean? To set the tone for the battle, which they didn't do.
Yeah. What was the first one? Okay, because what did Locks went first, right?
Locks went first, yeah.
What did they play? They didn't play nothing big. No, they played what the fuck? It wasn't Kiss Freestyle.
Nah.
It was some, but it wasn't no big record though.
Yeah,
I mean, like it wasn't a big.
It wasn't big record, but they still came out with the energy to start the battle off with.
Facts. I'm just trying to recall what it was like, because then I could see what could have beat it. I was looking for somebody's typed up like track list of it, but I guess ain't nobody typed up nothing and uploaded anything.
Nah, yet. Right now I know. Yeah, nobody was doing that. Everybody was just complaining, man. I was looking at all the messages online. And people like, what the hell is this? Like, this is, you know,
body bag. You know what I didn't see? Like when I was watching it, I didn't notice. But shout out to 3 Letterman on TSA Radio. He covers a lot of the battle rap, but he also covers, you know, regular hip hop events. He had said that Jadakiss had threw down Jewel's bandana.
Oh.
And then I found the footage. And what had happened was, who was rapping? I think Kiss and Styles was rapping. I forgot what song it was, and Jewel's walked through them, and they wasn't moving. And then Jewel's like expanded his arms and made them kind of get out the way. And then Kiss came up and took his bandana and threw it on the floor.
Man, Kiss will whoop Jules' ass, bro. Like flat out. That boy don't want that.
Why Jewel's just look down and kind of giggle?
Like that boy don't want no beef. That boy don't want no beef, man. He don't want no beef.
Nah.
Them boys.
And I doubt they would go there.
Them boys all about flash and dash anyway. If you look at Cameron, man, he actually got that Miami style now. He's used to that 90-degree weather every day down in Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't even think his mindset was there from the beginning, honestly.
Nah, I mean they're two different calibers, man. But like, man, as soon as that shit got announced, I was like, why? Like, I know, like, I get it. It's like, okay, legendary. I got that. But like, that shit don't age well. Every time they play something, Dipset came back with some shit that sounded childish. Like when they played that Santana, it was like I'm back.
Yeah.
He had a sample in there. I can't remember what the lyrics sound like, but like now at 33, man, that shit sounds childish.
So who would you rather see Locks go against then? What group would have been better?
Man, it had to be G Unit or something.
Now this is G Unit where we talking about when they had Game and Young Buck.
Yeah. You know.
You think?
I'm just saying, as far as like compatible, like as far as the style, because Dipset too delicate for the Locks.
Yeah, this is true.
Fabulous was not enough, man. And Fabulous is more street than Dipset, I think.
Honestly, you know who versus I would love to see? I don't know if it would happen though. Papoose versus Fabulous.
Ooh,
that's one.
Ooh.
Yes, that's one that I would look for. Yeah, Fab versus Papoose. I would love to see that, bro.
I mean, because obviously the chart topping shit is what's gonna make Fabulous look like the big dog.
Right.
But like when it comes to raw lyrics, that ain't gonna be no contest for Pap. He's far more potent than Fab.
And it's amazing, man, when I was watching this, that a lot of these young kids are like now getting hip to what it was in the 90s. A lot of these young kids were coming out, oh man, did you guys see the Verzuz yesterday and Locks versus Dips? And I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all definitely not. You must be too young because y'all just now giving these dudes respect. All these, like, this dude's been around for 20 plus years. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's been in the game forever and a day, and you're just now noticing him. And these young kids are coming out of woodwork, talking about they repping the Locks now. Man, get out of here with that mess.
Yeah.
But I think with the Locks, I think what they did yesterday is they turned a newer generation onto what real hip hop is and what real hip hop should be.
Facts. That's a positive.
Not this codeine laced, you know what I mean? NyQuil drinking group of people out here now that all they do is just dance to a beat, and there's no lyrics behind what they're saying, man. They have a hook. They might have one verse, and then it's back to the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. And man, I watch a lot of YouTube content, so I'll be watching a lot of interviews. And like, I can't remember who said this, but somebody, when they brought up the whole versus battle, somebody commented on it, and they was like, man, you got to consider, like, Jadakiss and Styles and all of those type of artists, they raised people. They wasn't just making music. Like, a lot of cats that just put some rhymes together and they'll have some street content. They might mention selling drugs or whatever, but, the Locks and D-Blocks, they still had subject matter. And, when you write like that and when you make music like that, it's hard for you not to be timeless. It's hard for you not to have an impact. Them niggas got way more. Yeah.
You know what I've loved to see? I know he passed, but I would have loved to see DMX, Little Kim jump on stage and do Money, Power, Respect. That would have been, man, that would have set that place off, like would have put it on fire, bro.
Yeah, and you see they played it a little bit.
Yeah. But I thought
that's what I'm talking about. Like, how you gonna compete with shit like that? We ain't even brought up like Benjamins. Like, too much legendary shit, man. Dipset is not gonna be able to compete.
But I think Cameron started bringing energy later because I think Cameron started feeling a little bit disrespected.
Yeah.
You can see it in his face. He wasn't too happy about what was going on at one point. At first, he was dazzling, trying to show off for everybody. And then he started letting the realization set in that we're getting smoked right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's not what he thought it was going to be. And then he started trying to get serious. But by then it was just too late, man.
It's too late, man.
But I want Jada. Go ahead.
I was just thinking like he turned up for a second with, and this was so sad because this was supposed to be the casket close was when he went to New York when he did that song, Welcome to New York City. Niggas felt like, man, what is the Lox gonna do when that come on in the Garden? But yet, when Jada did his verse just from the Ja Rule New York song, it felt different.
Yeah.
It felt different. Like, and look, that was an anthem. That Ja Rule shit, nigga, I'm from New York. That shit was cold to me already. And Jadakiss' verse was just what it always is. So how is your 16 bars iller than Cameron's what? 32, I think, whatever, with Jay-Z? Damn, that's sad. Your best wasn't enough.
But that's the art. I think that's the art of being a lyricist, man. I think that's the art of somebody who still to this day loves his craft.
Sir.
It's not a job for him, man. He eats, sleeps, breathes hip hop, man.
Sir. Yes,
He's a real MC. He, continues to do his music. It's not out front and center like it used to be. He's not commercial anymore. You don't hear about a lot of his stuff going commercial. He still does a lot of underground stuff. He's still putting out music. You just don't, it's not out there in the ether and in the commercial aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? It's still he's still putting out good music, putting out good content, but he's older now, man. So he's got other ventures that he wants to do. But he let everybody know, and he reminded everybody who he was yesterday with that.
Yes, I was so fucking proud to see that, man. That needed to be seen because he was saying and doing everything that should have and needed to be done. Like when he called them niggas out for rhyming over them tracks, I was like, yep, get their ass. That's not how we do, man.
Right, but how you forget your own lyrics though, bro? That's what I understand. How you literally forget your own lyrics?
Not being a student.
Like you sitting there, you pause. This is him just pausing on the mic, like they're pausing on the mic while they're trying to figure out their lyrics, man. That's crazy.
Thought you was gonna go in there and swag it out. Nah, nigga, not against the Lox. No. They should have did that against. Who would have been a better battle for Dipset? They could have went.
I don't know. There's really anybody they could have went out there with.
They could have went against Dipset. It's gotta be Dipset. I mean, the thing about Dipset is like their culture was so influential. They had a lot of style to themselves and a lot of uniqueness. So that was what really took spread they brand, but that shit didn't age well. Niggas was making Wendy's, that's what that should be. Like, meanwhile, you got Jadakiss and you got niggas like Kiss, Biggie, because they came in on the Bad Boy era. You know what I mean? So this is a super potent era, nigga. And Cam been around in that era, but Cam alone ain't enough. Like I say, Fab wasn't even enough, man. And Fab more potent than anybody in the Dipset to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
So
I know you just gotta shake your head, right? It's just like,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
why y'all sign up for that? Like,
to me, but it did show that Cam still has skill. It showed that Cam still has skill, but he's just cool. He still has skill, but he wasn't like his heart wasn't in it, man.
And he was outmatched, man. Because like for real, Styles is to me nastier than Kiss. But
really,
yeah. To me, yeah. Because like,
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
Yo, ST got some shit, man. Basically, hit you with the hard nigga recipe. Fuck you. If you ain't with me or next to me, I ain't one for the small talk. Go to get it in like Nucky on boardwalk. Real grimy nigga though. I'ma let the Ford talk. You ain't got to hear me, dog. You can hear the Lord talk. he say shit like, it's like he said himself. He's like, I'm like Joe Pesci. And he is like Joe Pesci in lyric form. He say like wise guy shit to you. Hang you from the balcony. you'd be like, oh, that's what you're imagining, you know?
So from everything that went on, what was your biggest takeaway from this battle? I mean, after everything was said and done, after the bloodbath that is what is your one takeaway or maybe two takeaways from what happened yesterday?
Takeaway, I guess, you know, putting time in your craft always pays off. That's a definite. And just it's an exciting time in hip hop right now. I'm just very glad that this shit is really thriving, you know, despite so much, you know, bubblegum shit that comes out. Like it's just there's really some avenues that a person could tap into hip hop if they thought it was dead.
You know, my biggest takeaway is ain't no rap touching the 90s era rap, period.
Oh yeah, that's always, man.
Period.
Yeah, because Dipset more 2000.
Yeah, Dipset was more 2000. But it just showed, well, early 2000s was still in that mix.
Still a little bit.
Still in that mix. Early 2000s was still in that mix. But then when we got to like the 2010s is when hip hop really started making that turn in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? And we started going from hardcore. That's when the South music started picking up more and more now. That's, you know what I mean? You had that era where the South music was really taking over the hip hop scene. But the 90s and the early 2000s, I think that's when you had really a hold on to hip hop, the hip hop that we know and we love, not this crap that they're coming out with now, throwing stuff against the wall like it's supposed to stick. And it's funny how people come to defend this crap, man. They defend it. Oh, you guys are just mad because, you know what I mean? You guys are, you know, your hip hop is you know, old and we just like this new stuff here. Like, why are you defending? That's not hip hop. What you're listening to, it's not. You can't classify it as hip hop because it's not hip hop.
It's not. It's rap.
You know what I mean? There's no soul behind what you're doing. All you're doing is smacking the right. There's no soul.
There's no soul.
All you're doing is smacking the beat behind it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So
a bunch of people throwing money at shit.
So while we in here, let's shift gears a little bit. So we already established Jada murdered everybody on that Verzuz. I don't know who they're gonna have come up with the next Verzuz. That's gonna be very interesting to see. Like I said, I'll throw my hat in the ring for Papoose and Fabulous.
Ooh,
I would love to see that. That's one that I would love to see. It would just be, you know, lyrics versus lyrics. I mean, as far as catalog goes, Fabulous has a better catalog, but I think Papoose, his lyrics go a little bit harder than Fabulous.
Oh yeah.
So, but I would still love to see that though. Them two go at it back and forth. So what's going on? From what I'm hearing, there's a Tory Lanez situation going on.
Yes, sir. So Tory Lanez went on Funk Flex 2 times, and I guess most recently he went on there and he had flipped a couple of Cassidy lyrics from some Cassidy's old freestyles, and so, you know, the internet catches wind of shit, and Cassidy got wind of it, and Tory Lanez commented on the situation, and he was like, I was just paying homage to Cassidy because he felt like, you know, man, you know, he was one of my influences, and which is obvious. But when Cassidy commented on it, he was like, nigga, that's not paying homage. You know how Cassidy talk.
Yeah.
He was like, and he's totally right. He was like, cause he's like, you just bit my lyrics. You didn't come to me. You didn't try to break any bread. You didn't try to, you know, ask for permission. You didn't talk with me. He's like, nigga, that's not paying homage. He's like, nigga, what the fuck would I want to listen to your lyrics for? And I knew you was a fan, nigga. You know, so it just made it. So Cassidy comes out with a diss song about Tory Lanez. He killed him.
Did you get a chance to hear it yet?
Yeah, man, he killed him. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got a screenshot of Tory Lanez's face up there. I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
You know what I understand? Why Cassidy don't get more love? Like Cassidy bars go hard, man. Like he can murder people on the mic. Why is he not getting the love that you think he deserves, man? Like he's not really you really don't hear too much about Cassidy, man. I mean, he still comes out, he still does his thing, but it's like these dudes don't get shine like they should, man. They put this garbage to the forefront, and then cats like Cassidy, who actually have bars, who can rap, get pushed to the side for this other version of what hip hop is right now. I don't understand it, man.
Well, you know what? Because like we actually have said it already. Like, you know, the shit that gets pushed in here is not hip hop, and that's really the plan for music in North America. So like, you know, if you go to other countries, you know, these artists they tour a lot. They got a lot of fans over there, and Cassidy has been independent since maybe 2000, like late 2010, somewhere around there. So like, you know, when he was doing the R. Kelly record, when he had the R. Kelly feature, he was on Jive Records. And so he was way more mainstream at that time. And since then, you know, he's still been putting out projects and just giving them to his fan base. But he came to battle rap probably 2019. So he's been active, but it's always gonna look like that when we used to looking for our music and our promotion from like the BET, the MTVs. You know, it's always gonna look that way because that's always been our medium. And since the mediums have changed, now it's just a big open world and you just go wherever your artists go. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely been active, and man, he dropped 3 projects last year, and he battled 2-3 times already.
Right, but I'm saying he has a solid fan base, which is like Tech Nine. Tech Nine has a solid fan base, but what I'm saying is how does he ingratiate himself with the younger culture, with the newer generation? And that's where the problem is, because he can put stuff out, and you're gonna have the lower fan base follow him everywhere he goes and listen to his music and promote it. But I think we need to make a shift in how we promote stuff to the younger generation so they can see what hip hop is supposed to be. And I don't think we're doing that. We're not pushing that anymore. I think mainstream is not pushing that. Mainstream is pushing what they can make more money off of, which is this, you know, dance rap is what I call it. It's dance rap. That's basically what it is. It's dance rap. And I don't think that they're not pushing these artists who can still rap, who are still relevant. They're not pushing them to the forefront.
Facts, and the answer is right there in the issue, because the mainstream won't. It ain't their agenda to, you know, because clearly we can see that their agenda is to keep recycling garbage.
Right.
You know, so we're no longer going to be able to depend on them to give it to us, and so now the market is open. So now we can hop on these platforms and follow our artists wherever they go to, because.
Why people like Tory Lanez though? Like, how do you sit there and say that you're paying homage to somebody? Essentially, you, like you said, all he did was just take his lyrics and flip them. That's not paying homage. I can see you taking maybe a bit or a piece of it. When you literally take the whole thing and then you just move some stuff around, all you doing is
plagiarism.
Yeah, plagiarism at the highest level.
That's plagiarism. Yeah, because if you don't mention the original author, that's plagiarism.
And he keeps getting himself in trouble, man. Tory Lanez can't get out of his own way, bro. Swear to God, man. This dude.
Hey, Cassidy was like, nigga, you look like a baby. What'd he say? he said, you look like a premature dinosaur. And
he can't stay out of his own way, man. It's some cats, once they get on the road effing up, bro, they just keep effing up, man. They just can't help themselves. They can't. It's a recurring problem, and they're just gonna keep going and keep rolling forward and keep doing what they're doing, man. It's amazing to me, bro. So what was the next topic you wanted to shift gears? What you wanted to talk about?
Okay. Oh, that song was Perjury. That Tory Lanez diss. It's called Perjury. Perjury.
Perjury. I'm gonna have to check
Perjury. That out. But the next topic, that Rolling 110 Deep, the K Slay.
Yeah.
That had 110 artists on there. And K Slay is known for doing that because he did 50, Rolling 25 Deep. That was the first one. That had a lot of cats. I think Saigon was on there. Stack Bundles, rest in peace. A lot of New York rappers. So then he did 50 Deep. I forgot who was on there. Then he did 100. I think he did 125. I could be wrong on 125. No, I'm tripping. 110. Yeah, so we had 110.
Give me a sec. Hold on a second.
You looking it up?
So this is not the first time you say he's done things like this before, man, but that was 40 minutes long, bro. Like,
yeah.
I started hearing it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, this is going hard. I'm like, one artist after another, and I'm like, 12 minutes in. I'm like, and then I didn't even realize. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I said, I look at the time slide on him, like, yo, this is 40 minutes.
Yeah. I did the same exact shit, and I started thinking about it, like, do I really have 40 minutes? And then I did. But they K-Slay, man, ultimate props, man, because like that was really humble. Like, he put legends on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people that we'd never heard, and man, I could just imagine the budget, man, because everybody's portion was shot really well. Black Thought, Crooked Eye, Ice-T, nigga, Greg Nice, Smooth B, Big Daddy Kane, Peter, and Corey Gunn. Man, that shit was retarded, man. They had Roscott, man.
Can you imagine like the coordination that had to happen?
Dog, how long they was shooting that?
Yeah.
The coordination with all them schedules. I ain't gonna be there on Monday. Fuck. He was just in Florida, all that type shit.
But type of stuff like this keeps everybody relevant, though.
Facts.
It keeps everybody relevant.
Yeah, that shit was beautiful, man.
And you sat through it twice. You said, right? You sat through it twice, right?
Not in one sitting, though. Not in one sitting. That first time I did the 40 minutes, then it was like the next day I was working and shit.
Right. So you had to break it down, like you had to do a couple minutes and then step away and then step away.
Yeah. 40 minutes. That's a short film.
That's a whole hour, almost an hour sitting there listening to rap, man. Like that's too much. That's too many lyrics to soak in your head at one time, man. It's just too many things, because then you can't really break it down the way you want to break it down. There's too many parts and too many sections to it. 40 minutes is a long ass time.
That's a long ass time.
It was basically one big ass long cipher is what that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what? I watch battles all the time, so my appetite is I got a digestion for it, but it still is a lot of fucking rapping.
So on your YouTube channel, you normally break down battle raps that you listen to, correct?
Yeah.
So where can the folks find you over there on YouTube, man? What's the name of the YouTube channel you on?
It's Honasty Blade Music, and Honasty is Honasty. And if you look it up, you'll see the blue sword. It's a katana samurai sword, and that's why I break down the videos. So
I'm surprised, man, because you kind of surprised me, because you came out with new music, and you came out with new music, and I wasn't expecting you to come out with new music, and you caught me off guard with that when I seen which was dope, because I wasn't expecting you to come out with music, and boom, you came out with new music, which was dope. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So let everybody know about the new music you got out.
Oh yes. So I already have my full-length studio album, Son of Mark, that's been out since October 2020. But I just released a single July 14th. It's called Blades. And that's featuring Kizzy. He's an MC. That's produced by my DJ and producer, Power Naps. So you can go find Blades on every single platform. That's on YouTube, Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you consume it. You dig it, D?
Hold on just a minute, my brother. All right, Honasty. So let's have a conversation about some things that you got coming up out of the right now. So what's going on?
All right. So I have two projects that are out currently. The first one was my full-length album, studio album. It was called Son of Mark. Mm-hmm. That's been out since October 2020.
They go hard.
Hey, 10 solid tracks on there. So anybody that's looking for that real hip hop, that's going to be on there. I also released a single recently. This was this July. It's called Blades. And I got my man Kizzy on there. He's an MC. So he's on there chopping shit up with me. And it's done by my producer named Power Naps. He's also my stage DJ. So that's the music. You can find that shit everywhere. It's on YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. I ain't even never been on that. So go get that.
So you got any shows coming out? Is there anything coming up again here for you?
We got International Airport. And International Airport is a concert series. So this one is going to be called Eerie Vibes. That's going to be on the west side of Cleveland. So this is by Detroit Avenue. Anybody that's in the respective Lakewood area, you'll go to Now That's Clash. That's a bar/concert venue that's in the neighborhood. We're going to be there August 6th. And it's going to be a dope ass show. We got a fat card, man.
Are you guys recording the show? Are you guys going to post some of the behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah. We got R Squared. And R Squared is going to be filming the event. So they're going to do like a post-production recording. But from what I was told, they're also going to live stream.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what platform the live stream is going to be streaming from. But I'm told we're going to have that element, but it's going to be recorded as well. So y'all get to see it.
If you can set it up, man, I would. If I know R Squared has a YouTube channel, you just live stream it from YouTube. You guys can just live stream from YouTube. I mean, it's a free format platform where you can live stream and just put the concert up there. Or if you guys have your own Patreon too, you can do it from there as well and just charge people to see the concert.
Right.
I mean, however it's gonna work. Because we in this for the passion, but we also in this to make some money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you good at what you do, never do it for free.
Facts. Especially when you see who's getting paid for it. You're
right.
Like, oh, you paying them?
Yeah. It's crazy to me who makes money, who doesn't make money in this industry, man. There was a young lady that was on my previous podcast that I said she signed a $60 million deal to do podcasts. $60 million, man. And all she got to do is like 45 podcasts a year with some behind the scenes stuff. $60 million. So there's money to be made in everything we do, man. There's money to be made in your music. There's money to be made here. There's a voice for everybody, man. So listen, man, I had an enjoyable time, man. We've been chalking it up for like an hour, man. It's insane how fast time goes by. We can do this again, man. If we'll see another verse, something comes out, we'll do a reaction video. I always enjoy having you on, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on. So everybody check out Honasty Blade. Check out his full length record, 10 hit tracks on there. He's got concerts coming up. There should be live streaming. For more information, just head over to his page. He's also on IG as well if you want to go follow him over there. And then are you also on TikTok right now?
Yeah, I got a TikTok. It's Honasty Blade Music.
Honasty Blade Music on TikTok. So go check him out there as well. Honestly, man, it was always a pleasure having you on, man. I always enjoy your company when we chop it up, especially when we talk about old school hip hop. I mean, I could talk about it all day long. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I could. It's still shit that I'm just remembering. Like, damn, we're going to say that for next time.
Right. And that tends to happen, man. We get into a conversation and we don't hit everything we're supposed to hit. So we got to save it for the next time. So, all right, folks, I appreciate you folks tuning in. And this video is going to be simultaneously on my channel, and it's going to also be on Honasty Blade's channel. So you'll be able to see it on both. So just go to both, subscribe to both, hit the like button. It helps the channels. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Peace.